So, Biz, it's good to have you in studio. Great to see your face.
Great seeing you guys.
You want to talk a little hockey? And then we have some important business at the
Well,
end.
fucking PFT was all over me about this Tom Wilson hit, crying me a river. Listen, it sucks for everybody involved. I'm sure Tom Wilson doesn't want to be sussied 7 games. I'm sure he doesn't want to forfeit over $300K in salary. Ooh, that's a kick in the dick.
And then hockey players don't get paid a lot.
And then Carlo was banged up. He had to go to the hospital. You know, you don't want to see guys getting up in the hospital.
So how much of that hit was kind of in retrospect, like the hit itself was, by the letter of the law, not clean. I will say that it wasn't clean. But do you think he would have gotten anywhere near 7 games if the outcome of the hit wasn't, a trip to the hospital and all that?
No, they obviously get a little bit of time afterward to absorb like what happened to the guy. Like obviously a trip to the hospital ain't going to be good, especially for Tom Wilson. Listen, he plays on the edge. It has benefited him greatly because he is a feared type of player out there where everybody's got their head on a swivel. He plays on that line where like I can't really defend what he did because like I played in an era where I think that would have flown. And it was starting to get weeded out just because of like everything they were talking about with the headshots and they're, hey, like player safety here, let's try to eliminate that. So, it's just for the new style of game, you just can't do it. Now, I'm an old school type of guy. I would have probably got up and tried to take a run at him and fucking grabbed them, but
you wouldn't have been on the ice.
That's a fact.
Right. So, but
in an imaginary land, I would have been.
From what I understand, the problem is he does play on the edge. He is had a bunch of bad hits, but he doesn't seem like a bad guy. Whereas like a Rafi Torres is just a scumbag bad guy.
Oh, come on. Okay, one of the best teammates I ever had. Yeah, tough to defend, especially the last one when he was in San Jose. And I think he was already on his last straw.
Right.
And it was in preseason, and he legit took a guy's jaw off coming to the middle of the. I think you can go YouTube it, and I think he ended up getting like 41 games.
Ooh.
I think
that's more than a sussy.
That's a sussy and a half.
Major
that's
sussy.
a sussy and a half.
Yeah, that's a double sussy. But wouldn't you say
triple
that's
sussy?
Like Tom Wilson, it seems like guys respect him, but he does play on the edge.
I think that guys in his own team love having him on their team. I think that most other teams, they're supposed to hate him.
Yeah.
And that's what is slowly fading away from the game, in my opinion, is that genuine hate. You're seeing more of it this year, especially maybe in the North Division in the NHL, just because they're kind of stuck in their own 8 to 7 team division right now. Mm-hmm. So it's a fucking guillotine, bloodbath, lower the cage, Undertaker out of his casket type
Hell
shit.
In the cell.
Hell in the cell, baby.
Mm-hmm. So what happens if you're one of those teams in the North and you have an Austin Matthews or you've got a Connor McDavid, you got a young star that you need to protect? There's always going to be a place in the game for a guy like Tom Wilson.
Let's put it this way. If Tom Wilson would have done what he did to Connor McDavid, he probably would have got a full year sussy. Because I think it's getting to the place where they got to really protect those guys. Now, as far as like protecting the stars, I think that most teams who have guys like that have done a good job of surrounding them with a little bit of meat, as they say.
Yeah.
Like you look at very good teams like Las Vegas. Well, they got Revo there. You look at Washington. They got Tom Wilson, who I think if push came to shove, he probably would fight Revo. But even going towards Toronto, they picked up Wayne Simmons in the offseason, who can handle his own business. They had Kyle Clifford there last year. So I still see a very relevant position for guys like the Ryan Reeves in the NHL, because you look at any of these rosters that have made it to the finals the last how many every year is like they always seem to have a guy with them.
One guy, yeah. What I saw Witt took back his comment.
Can I hop in there? Just a prime example. Tampa was having a hard time giving over the hump. They had Bogosian, Luke Shen, and Pat Maroon as big, meaty guys to be able to handle that type of play if it ended up going there, and it did a little bit.
Yeah, it doesn't even have to be – I think your point is it doesn't have to be like the traditional goon. It's got to be bigger guys who can handle it when need be.
Distractions.
Right.
Distractions. Yeah. That's when we won the Calder Cup, like we had our fourth line. It was me, Josh Gratton.
Wait, what is that? Is that a real thing?
That's –
That's when the Hershey Bears play against the Wheeling Nailers.
Yeah.
What,
Yes,
is that
correct, yeah.
below or above like the
At
NCAA
West Banco
championship?
Reno. Smoke another one. With KB Swag dropping the puck at center ice with Moondog doing laps.
I love it. It's Nick and KB on each other's shoulders skating as one of the defensemen.
Yeah.
Wait, so
It's kind of like in the outfit that was not semi-pro. What was the figure skating movie?
Blades of Glory.
Blades of Glory, yeah.
Yeah, that
Wait,
was
so
awesome.
finish the Calder Cup when you won the Calder Cup. Sorry.
We all remember that.
It's a real
but
thing.
If you
Yeah, it
haven't,
was-
if you're one
you
of
can
the
fact check
handful
it.
of people that haven't seen this Calder
Yeah.
Cup
in
final.
Manchester.
Yeah.
In Manch Vegas, as they call it, not far from Boston.
I love whenever like a city like
is the worst ever.
Yeah,
You
there's
just throw
like yeah, let's
Vegas
just
on the
add
end.
Vegas on it.
Stark Vegas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Stark Vegas.
Yeah, there was one club, and during our time there, I believe somebody got stabbed at it, and so like nobody
Ooh.
was going. Yeah, so it was a bit of a rough scene in Match Vegas. So survival of the fittest. Who's this? Hank?
Hank just
Hank
walks
with
on
the
in.
haircut.
Yeah, don't
Older
mind us.
Billy. Big haircut. Did you
let's
shave
see it.
too?
Let's debut it on air live.
Ooh, that's pretty
nice.
good. Yeah.
It's looking really good. Oh
All
no,
right.
shave the
When
beard.
do you deploy to basic training? Do we still
I
do
think
fresh
it's a nice
cuts?
haircut. I think it's a nice haircut, Hank. I'm not gonna make fun of you for it. Yeah.
What's up, Hank?
This is quite a look you all have.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
he
true.
just put this on me.
We
Yeah,
all
I
look
don't
great,
know.
Hank. I don't know.
I got
what you
sunburn
think
at
you're saying.
Yeah,
the
we
Pink
know.
Whitney Cup today.
We all know.
I'm struggling.
All right, so Witt did take back his comment. He said when he was on 2 weeks ago, he said the Blackhawks have no chance to make the playoffs.
No, but they probably the most surprising team, and especially after they got off to that dog shit start. That new goalie, can't even pronounce his name. He's playing well, and yeah, they're just finding ways to win. Like I mean, they just hung around with Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
The last 3 games they played a triple header.
Hell in the cell, yeah.
A little hell in the cell action, but mind you, they were up 3-0, and Witt sends out the tweet saying like, forgive me,
God
Chicago,
damn it.
and then he completely mushed the Hawks 6 unanswered by the Tampa Bay Lightning to finish that
So
one.
that's Ryan Whitney. Thanks so much. Hey, I actually have a real hockey question. What the hell's up with the Buffalo Sabres?
That's
That seems like a situation where they've been bad for a really long time, and they have Jack Eichel, and they still aren't good.
It's like they have too much juju going for the Buffalo Bills, and they sucked it all out of,
That
out
can
of
happen.
the Sabres.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like the Monstars in
Yeah.
Space Jam.
Well, it happens when
They
there's
can only
not
have one.
when they don't have 4 teams in a city because they don't really know how to spread the love. So
Tampa's just stealing all the love.
yeah, it's
Tampa's
true.
buzzing.
But seriously, what is it like? Are they ever going to be good?
It's just one of those organizations right now that seem a little bit cursed, and I would imagine that it's going to have to get a lot worse before it even gets better,
Ooh.
and that's saying a lot. Yeah, I feel bad for Jack because I mean he's a good player, and sometimes when there's like I guess not enough weapons around, it gets a little bit stressful, and it's hard to carry the load.
So
And
they're
I'm
not-
not saying it's just there's a few other guys. Sam Reinhart's had a great start to the season this year.
Well, it could have been.
They're
that
like
good.
they're
the worst.
still too good to get better. They have to get.
No, they're really
worse.
bad.
But they're still too good to get better. They have to get worse to get better. Is
They're
what
broken.
Biz is saying.
They're broken.
They're a
right now.
broken
Totally broken?
organization.
Yeah, I mean, they need to fix a lot of problems. Like it's not good. I don't know how else to summarize it without beating a dead horse
a
here. Like I
broke organ.
genuinely feel bad for this organization because it ultimately comes down to the fans, and we know they're just as crazy as Bills Mafia, and they've been waiting a long time since to
Dominic
repay
Hasek.
to repay the rest of the teams in the league for the foot in the crease.